What's up, y'all? It's your guy, eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and this is your Sean Brady versus Kelvin Gastelum breakdown for the UFC Fight Night of Dariush versus Charukian in Austin, Texas. This card is phenomenal. I know we lost the Dan Hooker fight with Bobby Green, but this fight in itself is a great fight, and the card in itself is a great card. I'm I generally like both guys in Sean Brady and Kelvin Gastelum. Um, I I'm more of a Kelvin Gastelum fan, so I am really worried for KG, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on Sean Brady here. I do hope KG can beat him, and I hope that Sean Brady can get dog walked again. But it's kind of crazy to ask KG to replicate what Bilal Muhammad did. And that's kind of the story of this fight. I feel like a lot of people, like these guys have no bad blood. These guys, there's no storyline besides, I mean, Kelvin Gastelum moving down back to 170, and obviously that whole entire shebang. But and also there is a big like kind of like will he make weight kind of thing. I think he will. I think Kelvin Gastelum is letting down the tacos, letting down all the burritos and the carnitas and all the nice stuff. And I think he's picking up the vegan burritos, the vegan burgers, whatever you got to eat. But my point is that the weight cut isn't a big deal to me necessarily. That isn't one of the big storylines going into this fight. It's kind of like how people are sleeping on Brady and how these high expectations of Kelvin to replicate what Bilal Muhammad did. And that's kind of what I want to get to. I think KG's great. I think he's awesome. I love him. He's a fucking fun fighter to watch. He comes in there to scrap. But KG's fought the Chris Weidmans. He's fought the Jack Hermansons. They're really good jiu-jitsu guys, or they're really good grapplers. And we saw what happened. Obviously, they were a lot bigger than him, but Sean Brady is a stocky, just strong Philadelphia BJJ black belt that has submission wins. I think in actual BJJ competition over legitimate, like high-level grapplers. Where I think he beat Craig Jones, and he has those wins, man. Like he is a legitimate guy in the grappling world, man. Like high level grappler. And Bilal Muhammad, as much as I might not like him, has insane takedown defense. I don't think I've ever seen Bilal Muhammad taken down. You know what I'm saying? And Bilal Muhammad is one of those guys that can just go out there and sprawl and box you. And that's what Kelvin Gastelum's going to have to do. Kelvin's bouncy. He likes to throw leg kicks. That's a kind of a bad recipe for a decent grappler because the bounciness might cause you to be off balance and fall. And the leg kicks can give another grappler an opportunity to catch him and turn him into a takedown. So you're asking Kelvin Gastelum to be flat-footed and to walk him down and have really, really great takedown defense. I'm not saying Kelvin doesn't, but he makes these really kind of like slow fight IQ mistakes like he did against Jack Hermanson trying to take him down. Really stupid mentality there. And he makes those really dumb mistakes. I've seen Kelvin do this to really good, jiu-jitsu grapplers like Jacare Souza, where he will walk them down and he will beat them up. And he has legitimate power, legitimate pop. He has really good speed. But it is a tall order to ask him to replicate what Bilal Muhammad did, who is technically the third. I think he's ranked number 1 or number 2 in the division now. In my opinion, I think he gets Colby Covington a tough fight. As much as I might dislike him, the guy did beat Gilbert Burns. So you have to respect Bilal Muhammad. I think Sean Brady is becoming underrated as we speak. I do think Kelvin Gastelum is good enough to be a top 5 welterweight. So this is why I'm picking him. But I'm not going to act like Sean Brady won't get knocked down like Chris Weidman did, get a takedown and arm triangle Kelvin Gastelum in the second. I'm not going to act like that's not a reality. It's a very 50-50 kind of fight. I truly, truly believe that. And I think I just want to make that known that this fight can go either way. I truly believe that. And I think Sean Brady being somewhat of a slight favorite kind of shows that the bookies know that Brady ain't no hoe. He might have got hoed against Bilal Muhammad, but he ain't no hoe. This guy is 15-1 for a reason. Yeah, he hasn't fought the strength of schedule Kelvin Gastelum has fought, but he also hasn't lost a lot. And that's the thing about this guy. He's only lost once, and man, like it can either break you or turn you into a fucking monster. And I'm kind of scared that Sean Brady might get turned into a monster after that Bilal Muhammad beatdown. Because watching that fight, like just rewatching it, man, like he got walked down. He got dog walked. And that's a very humiliating experience, especially against Bilal Muhammad, who isn't known for dog walking people. But that's what Bilal had to do. That was a strategy to beat him. And, I think his coaching and his team said, hey, why grapple this guy? I think we've been in the game for way too long to say this guy has a better striking game than us. This guy can't hurt us on the feet. Why don't we just dog walk him and see what happens? Just put it on him. Don't fucking throw any leg kicks. Because Bilal Muhammad is a kicker. He will throw kicks, body kicks. He can throw leg kicks. But he fought super boxing oriented, and he dog walked them. I mean, Brady did a lot of good things in terms of trying to attack the lead leg, looking for opportunities for takedowns, trying to level change, just being really a smart striker. But at the end of the day, the rear hand, the rear hook of Bilal Muhammad kept catching him. He kept moving in the same angle with his footwork that was leading to him getting caught with the right hand. He made a lot of mistakes in there, but obviously he's young in the UFC game. He's young in the top 10 game. He's young fighting the top 5 guys. So he is young in that aspect of the sport. So I think he's going to learn a lot. But Kelvin Gastelum can present those same opportunities. And I think Kelvin Gastelum can follow that game plan a lot better than Bilal Muhammad. I think he hits a lot harder than Bilal Muhammad. He can actually possess a KO threat at a very devastating pace. The only thing I'm scared about is he doesn't have the takedown defense of Bilal Muhammad. I mean, Bilal Muhammad has legitimate takedown defense, and it's very hard to keep him down. And I've seen Kelvin Gastelum get taken down. I mean, I even saw fucking Darren Till trip him up a little bit. Kelvin's a good wrestler. He comes from a wrestling background, but I can really see Sean Brady taking him down in an arm triangle. I just hope it doesn't happen. But, I mean, strength of schedule of Sean Brady, I mean, it's not too good. I mean, Sean Brady's been pieced up before. It's not like just Bilal Muhammad was the first one to do it. Michael Chiesa did it. Michael Chiesa tried to follow the game plan of sprawl and box, right? And, I mean, Chiesa did a decent job of it and almost finished him in the 3rd round. And Brady kind of showed me there. I was like, damn. But I still believed in him. And I still do believe in Brady to a certain degree. He went out there and arm triangled Jake Matthews. We just saw Jake Matthews fought a really good, rising contender, who I think is going to be really good in the future, Michael Morales. And we saw Jake Matthews give him a hard fight decision. Brady went out there and smoked him in 3 rounds. When he fought Christian Aguilera, choked him out in 2 rounds. The guy fought Court McGee, won a decision. The guy is a legitimate grappling threat, and I think his grappling's really good. He's super, super strong. But he doesn't have the strength of schedule that Kelvin Gastelum has. And Kelvin has lost to some of these guys, but he's fought the best of the best. I mean, his last fight against Chris Curtis, I was so happy with that performance. He was so super light-footed, attacked the lead leg, looked really good. Him and Fight Ready is a really good camp together, and looked really amazing. It's a fun fight to watch, and I hope Kelvin Gastelum can bring that guy out. But, I mean, he's fought Jared Cannonier, Robert Whitaker, Ian Heinisch, Jack Hermanson, Darren Till, Israel Adesanya, Jacare, Michael Bisping knocked him out to the 2nd row. You can suck it, Ed. The UK is going down. It's going to be a repeat at UFC 296 where Colby Covington gets his belt. Baby. Just wanted to say that to Ed. He fought Chris Weidman, fought Vitor Belfort, Tim Kennedy, Johnny Hendricks, Neil Magny, Nate Marquardt, Tyron Woodley, Jake Ellenberger, Rick Story. Like, he's fought Uriah Hall. Like, he's fought a who's of the welterweight and the middleweight division. And I think he has learned a lot from his losses, and he's learned a lot from his wins. And I think now it's his moment to really kind of get into his prime and make a true legitimate run at that belt. I think he's more disciplined. I think just teaming up with Cejudo and all those guys, I think they're going to really put it on him to say, hey, man, this is your time. You got 3 years to really go for it. And if you don't, you don't. And he has to win this fight if he wants to start that run. And I do think there's a possibility of Sean Brady taking him down and arm triangle him. I do think that's a possibility, but I think Kelvin Gastelum has shown an ability to just to be quick on the feet and be bouncy, and that right hand is tough, and it is nuclear, especially at welterweight. Speed might not be the biggest thing for him, like he's gonna have at 185, but he has the power. He's felt what bigger guys felt like, and I think he's learned from that Weidman fight. I think he's learned from that Hermanson fight, and I think he's gonna knock out Sean Brady in the second round, and I think it's gonna be spectacular. I think it's gonna be a great fight. It's going to be a good scrap. I think there's going to be a really lot of cool grappling transitions. But at the end of the day, I'm picking Kelvin Gastelum to get it done. I'm scared. It's a 50-50 fight. I still love Sean Brady. He's my guy. But Kelvin Gastelum's been my guy. I've been rooting for him for the longest. He's one of the funnest fighters to watch in the game. And I hope he goes out there and shows everyone he's still got something left in the tank. But hey, hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. Go follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter. It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions. Subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. I'm out of here. Love y'all.
Channel. I'm gonna go check that out. And hey, subscribe to eBay's Fight Prediction. Let's keep the eBay Fight Predictions nation growing.